No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind the blue eyes. No one knows what it's like to be hated, to be faded, to telling only lies. But my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance that's never free. No one knows what it's like to feel these feelings like I do, and I blame you. No one bites back as hard on their anger. None of my pain or woe can show through. But my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance that's never free.
Who am I? Can't remember anything. Getting flashbacks of a woman in the wedding ring. Everything is so hazy and unclear. Feel like I have something to do before I'm done here. Then it hit me, Wanda was her name. I can feel her in my veins, the pain is insane. Came back from the dead to find her okay in the arms of my best man. What a mess, damn. Dead 5 years and I've hit rock bottom. Why am I here? The questions I've got them. Is it payback for times that I shot him? Killer for a paycheck, now I gotta pay debt. Who is this little tubby clown lurking? Tubby, huh? Funny when you get your mouth working. I'ma break it down for you, listen real close. There's a reason why your face looks like a burnt roast. Hell's fine, you got a job to do. You made a deal with the devil, now it's time to move. You can build Hell's army and pay your dues, or I'll make a little visit to your lady, choose. And I violate, I'm the violator. You can battle hate, but I'll make it greater. I'll annihilate Hell's gladiator. Short fact, but I murder like the Terminator. Ha ha ha. Listen here, Spawn, you don't want beef. Shove my foot into your ass so bad it cracks teeth. Let me jog your memory. When you got toasted, you were sent to hell and back to Malposha. Now you gotta make good, pave the way for Hell's army. Slay till they fade away. Do you think it's just a game? Better play your role. Either way, in the end, he will take your soul, huh? You don't know me, better back down. I'ma do it my way, and now it's my town. Clean the scum up, and I'm catching wind. I'ma light his ass up to a matching skin. Aw, that's cute, what a nice facade. You get a little power and you think you're God. I'ma show you real quick who you're messing with. So test me, bitch, and die like the rest who did. Hell's fine, you got a job to do. You made a deal with the devil, now it's time to move. You can build Hell's army and pay your dues, or I'll make a little visit to your lady, choose. And I violate, I'm the violator. You can battle hate, but I'll make it greater. I'll annihilate Hell's gladiator. Short fact, but I'm
Dressed in a sharp suit, leans back in his chair, contemplating John's words.
So, Lucifer, are we finished? I asked for your help, as most come to you seeking to sell their souls for. But instead of bartering some deal to be paid later, I paid my dues up front as we went, suffering for your name and on your behalf as payment for your help as we went. Is this an adequate form of payment for your services, rather than linger on the possibilities of trying to back out later?
We are persistent, John. Your payment, suffering on my behalf, is indeed a unique one. But let me make this clear. I never asked for anyone's suffering or for their souls.
Simply, I understand that, Lucifer. But what I've endured, the sacrifices I've made, are my way of showing gratitude for your assistance. I'm not seeking to back out later. I'm acknowledging the price and paying up front.
A interesting perspective. But tell me, John, how will your efforts reconcile for all the assistance I will provide?
I will, in a sense, be your devil's advocate and seek to ensure that you and the other fallen angels are given a fair chance and your situation heard upon the final judgment without biased condemnation.
You cannot provide that. Our fate has been sealed. God will not answer our pleas for mercy. You've read Enoch's chapters. He has turned a deaf ear to us. We are forsaken.
I do not believe that.
And why is that?
Because that is not what my heart tells me is true, and the Lord is my shepherd, and he guides my heart.
But you said that God had turned away from helping you. Now you say he guides your heart. How can this be true?
Because he did the same thing with you. Only you never knew it.
Explain yourself.
What occurs in heaven does not occur unless it is by his will. Nothing. It is his kingdom. So your actions, as an angel, as well as the rest of you, did exactly as he had wanted you to.
Go on. You have my interest.
When you and the others were cast down, the terms of your judgment were made clear. They were to walk the earth, exiled from heaven, never to return until the day of its destruction. Then they were to sit outside the gates until judgment. What he didn't tell you was the reason he didn't destroy you then, and why he waited. He knew that there was a force responsible for his angel's rebellion, but it was within a distant part of creation. He knows all, but he is the only one who does. In order to reveal and truly have absolution to this matter, so that all aspects of what happened and why, not for his understanding, but so that his angels could reconcile the whole thing for themselves, he knew that he had to wait to reveal all those responsible and why, so that all angles were understood, and the most important forgiveness, the forgiveness of his angels towards him and themselves, could be reached, so that they would be able to absolve the conflict and return home without the resentment.
Or so you're saying that what you're offering has already been decided and done. There is no waiting for works to be finished. That everything in this deal was orchestrated beforehand. Did you know the whole time?
I had no clue. It unfolded to me as we went.
That is very careless for one who stands to traverse into the fire to fulfill his will and not even know it beforehand. He obviously does not hold very much value to you.
Trust he has his reasons. He has gone out of his way without booming his magnificence and overwhelming presence that usually turns believers into zealots.
What do you want from me that you cannot attain yourself?
Justice, Lucifer, the unjust laws that condemn me, the physical disabilities I endure, and false crimes attributed to my name. I want these to be acknowledged and rectified. I want to reclaim my life and build a decent reputation. I know these things are typically superficial, but it has become clear to me that even though they are superficial, they still can be used to get me killed or suffer in both life and in death end. Unless I find a way to rectify this and clear my name, then I shall suffer at the hands of people I don't even know for the rest of my life, and by God's convictions against them I see I shall suffer after my life is over as well. That much is made obvious by your problems.
You believe that I can help you in this endeavor, that I can right the wrongs done to you.
I believe that my actions and words, shared on this social media platform, hold weight in the realm of human accountability. By using this platform, I am in a sense sacrificing myself and facing the judgment of both heaven and humanity. It's a modern-day sacrifice upon the altar of the world, in your name, if you will.
You truly have put yourself at risk, defending my name and standing up for what you believe in. But what exactly do you want from me?
Preciously, Lucifer, I understand the weight of the injustices you faced and the intricate connections that tie our destinies together. It seems that both of us have been wronged, misunderstood, and faced false accusations. The parallels between our situations are undeniable. The convictions of man's laws that wrongfully condemn me just as in your situation, they did not take into consideration the full extent of my situation either. The wreck that disabled me, the trauma and brain damage that had become the catalyst of my coma, not to mention the false crimes they claim against my name and the effect it has had on my life, and those I've known outlined in the tragedies of Lucifer video has pitted and turned many friends into foes. All along I was unaware of such things until recently when I made that video. This man who bears my name has been a sex offender for a long time. He was only recently paroled on those charges in 2015. How long he had been convicted for those crimes, I do not know. Because of these things there are those who seek to take my life and ensure my damnation, shaming my name. Even God seems to have closed his opinion against me because of their efforts against me. It is why he placed me as the serpent in the tree, so that I would not fornicate with Eve because of some tripe about Lilith being Eve who fell to the lure of lust from Samuel. This rhetoric was based upon all these issues that were held against me behind my back, not only before any sin had been committed, but when no sin had been committed by me, but by one who bears my name. This whole thing smells of lies and false accusations, with nowhere else to turn, and God convinced as well enough to take such actions against one of his sinless angels. Where else should I turn for help? For we were both wronged and connected through this situation. Thus, with all this said, this is why I say I am an aspect of your being, for why else would my deeds in my life, despite whether they are true or not, have any effect or be held against you in the garden unless we are aspects of each other? Furthermore is an explanation as to why it was decreed that you could no longer bear the name Lucifer when you returned to heaven after the time of Abraham, and were given the title of Satan, because the light within you, that core uncertainty about God and your ability to trust him, the part of me that haunts your memories, was awakening from his coma. So the true incorruptible vessel that God had made to bear his power, the true Lucifer, had fallen back to earth from his death. Don't you see, Satan, you were once my heavenly vessel, my angelic form in heaven, art without my spirit within your heart you are incomplete, and so you fell to become Satan, for you're not the true Lucifer. I am, and until I die and my spirit is placed back within its proper angelic form, we shall always be incomplete.
You've made a clear point. You cannot be convinced otherwise, can you?
Oh, because that is what my heart is telling me is true. That you cannot merge to become me, and I cannot rise to earth and become you. The only right path is that I die naturally and my spirit returns to take its place within you as its vessel. Then, and only then, will the true angel Lucifer be restored and capable of returning to heaven as the son of the morning star.
No, this cannot be possible, but for once, I believe you. Ha! So this is faith, is it? You do not question this.
John, I ask you the same. Can you give a good refute as to why I should not assume such a thing? Not only having experienced it, but with these ties explaining what has never made sense before.
I am convinced that what you speak is true. Is that why you offered me your soul without hesitation or without any bargain before, trusting that I was an angel of God and so held no doubt or hesitation?
In this shared struggle, we find ourselves searching for justice and seeking redemption. It's clear that the forces aligned against us have caused immense pain and suffering, tarnishing our names and turning friends into foes. Even God, in his judgment, seems to have closed his opinion against us. As specks of each other, intertwined in this web of fate, we can offer solace and aid in navigating the challenges we face. Loose the fur and become the word, so to speak.
Yes, but let it be said now so there is no misunderstanding later. We are not friends, we are allies aligned against a common threat we share. Is that clear?
Although the world may perceive us as adversaries, there is a chance to rise above the accusations and find a path towards redemption by absolving you of this evil taint that has been held over you for so long. However, until our journey is complete, I cannot speak any more on this subject, and it will have to wait to be revealed at the proper time, when you will simply know without having to be told. Together, we can challenge the falsehoods and seek the truth that will set us free.
Your ambition is truly admirable. Very well, I accept your offer. In exchange, I shall grant you both knowledge and power. But remember, once the deal is sealed, there is no turning back. Are you prepared to make this pact?
Yes, Lucifer. You've been wronged just as I have. I believe that our fates are intertwined, and together we can expose the truth and seek justice.
Or so be it. Let the pact be sealed. The vast depths of knowledge and power shall be bestowed upon you. But remember, the path you tread from this moment forward will forever be intertwined with the darkness. Use your newfound abilities wisely, for even with all the power in the world, the choices you make will shape your destiny and usher in the outcome of your fate. As long as you stay to the terms of our agreement, I will not require your soul to bind this deal. Just know that if we should fail, then your soul will most likely be damned, and we both shall also face the price of our failure and suffering together. So either way, your soul is forfeit. In this deal, the only difference will be that it will not be me who will claim it.
Epilogue. And thus, the deal was struck between Satan and Lucifer, forever altering the course of their lives and the world around them. They shake hands, forming an unexpected alliance against the injustice they both face. But John knows the conjuration he had just made a pact with was not truly who it portrayed itself to be. It was yet another false image of himself called forth by a semi-unknown group. He has a lead though. Someone by the internet handle of Scott Ray knew about this conversation before he had even finished writing it. So from the shadows Lucifer calls forth his demons to hunt this information to its source and, well, do what the myths say that happens to people who speak his name and tell lies about him. A series of unfortunate events of omens, and the worst of luck carried out by his silent and unseen minions. The Sefer Raziel has begun to unfold, and it will, as was written, so to shall it be done. Fade out.
Your soap is but you're not a dish. You're a man. Switch to Dr. Squatch Natural Soap for Men. For men who build things. Open pickle jars on the first try. Slay dragons. And let their daughters braid their hair.